Hi everyone, live, Facebook Live, and we're here on the River Thames. You can see behind us, we've got the London Eye, which is right there in the background. We've got, I have no idea what that building is behind us.
Shrek's Palace.
Shrek's Adventure. I'm not sure what that building is behind us. I'm sure someone will comment and make a post. I'm sure there's someone that will know what that building's all about. We've just turned up. We caught the tube from Paddington Station through to Westminster. We have walked down the steps of Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, and we are now on the bank of the Thames River waiting to catch a boat. We're heading over to Greenwich. We're going to have a look at, I think, Greenwich, the building of Greenwich Mean Time. We are going to a very traditional pie and mash shop, which my mum so profusely has told us to go and check out. So we're going to do that. I'd say we'll be having lunch there.
Yeah.
And we will be checking out Greenwich in general. So we just don't know what to expect once we get there. So we're looking forward to that. Hi, Chris. Great to see you. So the boat, it looks like this is the boat that we'll be boarding. And I'm sure that it's not very far away to get to Greenwich. You can stop off at the Eye as well. The bridge behind us, I'm not sure what that bridge is called either. We're not being very good tourist guides here today. We just, as we opened up our live, we just saw a video post from Claudia, and we haven't had a chance to listen to it. We are really humbled when things like that happen, when we, just through what we're doing throughout our day, inspires other people to actually get their video out and just walk around the village or the town or the city that they live in and start recording.
Yeah.
And I will get a chance. We'll get a chance today to have a listen to Claudia's video. But it's very inspiring when you know that you can make that impact on someone, just that one person. She's posted her video in our Facebook group,
Yeah.
and she has a visualization there of her hosting a meetup in her country and us visiting and coming and joining in on that meetup with our travels around Europe. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
The weather's much better.
Yeah,
right, Chris?
the weather's so great today. It's a little bit cloudy, but I can see the sun up there. It's amazing. No snow. It's about 9 degrees or 7 degrees or something. Really, really good. Loving this, because when you've got your hat on and you're wearing your gloves and your coat, you're fine. It's really good.
It's amazing what a difference in like just 4 degrees can make, 5 degrees in the actual temperature. So no necessity at the moment for gloves. And it's been a big turnaround. So we're so pleased now. And it's funny, we never ever thought we'd say it's really warm at 9 degrees, right? We never ever would say that, because
9 degrees back home is like
that's an overnight. That's an overnight temperature in winter. So for us to say it's warm would be a big shock to Australians at the moment. So that's funny, Chris. That's great that you brought that up. I think that, and I think it's starting to rain a little bit too. So I think rain always warms things up. So just getting back to providing value, Chris and I were guest speakers on Mitch and Geordie's webinar on Friday.
Yep.
The Play It Life Clubhouse is their Facebook group, and we spent an hour and a half or 2 hours. I think it was two.
Oh, it's probably
2 hours.
It was over an hour and a half.
So we just really shared our story. Hi, Mary. We shared our story and just our background and our reasons for getting into SFM, and even our journey prior to SFM, which is really important for everyone. It's important because the journey is not just about SFM. I wrote that in my notepad the other day, that the journey that we're on is about the journey leading up to SFM as well. And the more that you can... Are they boarding, are they? Okay, do you want to just hold that and I'll just pull this in a little bit. I better get the ticket out. We're just ready to board, so I'll keep you going. And just going to get the tickets out, that's all, in case they ask for those. We'll take you on this. Can you hold those tickets, Chris? And I'll just take that.
Yep.
And then you're free to open those tickets up. and then I can just keep going with it. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. That's it, we're back. Nearly dropped the phone then. So we'll just take you on the boat with us, and we'll find a place that we can talk to you from. So we're just boarding the boat now. Did you want to go upstairs and out?
Yeah.
We'll go outside. We'll brave the elements upstairs and take you on with us. And it's Westminster Pier. That's right. We're at Westminster Pier, and this is where all the boats. Actually, it's starting to rain. I don't know whether we... Greenwich, please. Greenwich. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah, it gets a bit slippery with all the rain and all the water. So here we are inside. Do you think maybe inside, Chris? Because it's starting to rain.
Yeah, it is wet out.
So maybe up here, so where we can actually record from here. And hopefully, actually, which way are we going? So you'll be able to, I don't know whether you're going to see much of the view from inside here. So what else, Chris, do we want to... So the webinar.
Yeah,
the webinar, I think... Okay, so this is all about providing value. Chris and I have started what's called Conversations with Trish and Chris. And they are interviews that we conduct. We do one a week. We find someone... We don't find someone. They just actually pop up in the community. Yeah. They just become very present for us. And then we make a decision to ask them if they'd like to be interviewed by us. We always conduct it within the hour, so it's an interview within the hour. Yeah. It's about their journey, not just the SFM journey. Yeah. We talk about SFM very generically, so we don't really mention the word SFM. We just talk about it being training and education. We talk about it being an online community. We talk about it being digital skills, online skills, because what we want to do, we don't want them running off and Googling and searching SFM. We wanted a very generic type interview that gives us authority, and I think anyone that decides to do this, it will give you authority as well.
Definitely.
If you can start doing that process of finding people, it doesn't even have to be SFM related.
No, just people that you know, people in your environment, where even if you work with someone and you know that they've got a good story or an interesting, life story, then just do a short interview with them. Just ask them about what they're, what they're doing and what their plans are for the future, and it just becomes really a powerful story, and people tend to relate to stories. Everyone relates to stories. And really that's what we do. We like to just have a conversation. That's why we call it Conversations.
Yeah.
So, and it's just very just very basic. It's nothing over the top. It's just conversation.
Questions.
Yeah.
Questions. If you can ask questions of people.
Just a few questions. It doesn't have to be too many probing questions. It's just, is there a book that impacted you? Is there something you've done that's had an impact on your life? Things like that.
You could pick a theme. You could pick a theme for your conversations or for your interviews, and you could run with that. You could make them short, sharp, 10-minute interviews, 3-minute interviews. There's a rugby program on that airs in Australia, and they say 1 minute with the rugby player. Wasn't it Sterlo? 1 minute with Sterlo it used to be, and then 1 minute with hi Renee, great to see you here. So think of a concept, think of an idea. That just came to my head. 1 minute with Sterlo, and what he used to do is he used to ask these really rapid questions, and people used to fire answers back, and it was quite funny in some parts.
As many as they can answer in 1 minute.
That's it. Yeah. And then you've got...
Just to make it a bit of fun.
It's all come out of this rugby show. The other one, this rugby league show in Australia, the other one is he goes out and he interviews kids around the age of 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And the answers are gold, right? They're just these golden nuggets, and they're just so funny. Yeah. And he does that so well. So, it's a great idea, Chris says. I'm looking forward to watching them. Your posts are always packed with value. That's brilliant. I'm so glad to hear that, because sometimes we do struggle.
We question that the value that we're actually giving. Even though we think what we're saying is valuable, but
I don't know. Sometimes we don't. Are you serious? Like we say.
That's true.
Was,
Sorry,
yeah,
my glasses are fogging up. I can't see.
I don't know if there's any truth in that one, Chris, because we get off some of our Facebook Lives and think, what did we provide there?
Yeah, well, that's true.
But we are. The commentary is coming back, and we want to sort of provoke ideas. We want to provoke insightful thinking.
Yeah. And your creativity as well.
Maybe I could interview you two when I get my podcast. Brilliant.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's
up for
it.
that.
That's it. That's what it's all about, right? And just get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Just get the ball rolling. You've got hundreds of people within this community that potentially you can tap into and interview. Think about a bit of a theme behind it. What is the rugby show that you are referring to? Is it called the Rugby League? Renee will know if Renee's on here. The Rugby League show?
Yes.
Oh, what's it called?
Isn't it
the football
show? Isn't it just called the footy show?
The footy show. The footy show. That's what it's called. And that's crazy because I don't really follow footy as such. No. I know Stephen James does if he listens to this. But we have the AFL footy show in Melbourne. We have the Rugby League footy show in New South Wales. Yeah. And the footy show, that's it, Mary. That's Renee, the footy show. That's right. That's it. So
we're so far removed from everything at the moment. It's all a bit of a blur.
That's a classic. So the footy show. So be aware and look for insights. Look for things that you can do. Look for ideas. Look for creativity. And think about how you can give yourself some authority, credibility. Be that person for people that are just searching and looking, and they're not even part of SFM yet. So that's definitely what we're aspiring to do, and come from that perspective. So what we might do is, Renee, laugh out, LOL. It's funny. Renee, now you're on. I've got to share with you. You have to watch one of our Facebook Lives. It's the one, I think, when we were on the bus yesterday. We have new gloves.
Woohoo!
Is that just, are they posh or what? Now you have to watch it because you have no idea. I don't even have them on. We were wearing gardening gloves for 3 days. 3 days?
Yeah, at least 3 days.
We went to the pound shop and we found gardening gloves, 50p each. You got matching pairs of gardening gloves for £1. We were so desperate that we ended up buying them, and the best thing ever because we had to carry shopping back, didn't we, from Waitrose?
Yeah, and it was snowing.
And it was snowing. It was freezing. So well done. So now we've got our gloves. We went to Camden Markets yesterday and bought them. So lots to share with you. We will tap in again with you. It's still, we're not moving anywhere, so we don't want to have you hanging about for ages. Hope we provided some sort of value. We look like the Bobbsey twins.
Yeah, I've got a little pom-pom on.
Chris has got her new hat.
Yeah.
Angie, great to see you here. Renee, I haven't got my reading glasses on. Can you read that?
Non-slip bits for multi-purpose. Yes, Renee, that's right. Our gardening gloves. Non-slip.
I'm bringing them home. 50p gardening gloves. Chris said I'm taking these home with me.
Home.
It's funny.
As a reminder.
I got a really posh pair of gloves. They're very nice. They're really nice. Yours are good too.
Yeah.
I'm not good. We're going to ramble on, aren't we? So we'll sign out for now and check in with you again soon over the other side at Greenwich. We're going to go to the pie and mash shop.
Can't wait. I'm starving.
I know. That's going to be brilliant. And you can get a pudding, apparently, with custard for about £3.
I'm having that too.
Yeah, I'm having that too. I've hardly had any breakfast so that we can eat a lot. So over and out, guys, from the Thames River here in London, and we'll check in with you at Greenwich. Bye for now.